Hey, yo, what's going on with it? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Roseville and fanboys and fangirls, as always. Everyone else in between tacos and modis. Nintendo Anime Manga News Freak here, aka MannyTendoWolverine, or Random Pop Culture News Freak here, whatever you want to call me. Links to subscribe down below to all my links and link tree, in case this channel video gets shut down, or just in case I gotta go to other platforms like I usually do once in a while. Which I actually did upload another one on. It's been a while since I uploaded anything I'm writing on, but I may or may not remember to leave it in the description box down below. We'll see. Anyways, oh man, now that this JDAH drama's finally fucking goddamn over, finally could move on to greener pastures. The whole world could at least move on to greener pastures. Anyways, but this is some older stuff from the Independent. This comes from Amanda Whiting from the Independent. Says, gotta credit due there. Will Amber Heard return to Aquaman 2 after defamation trial? Here's what we need to know. Like I always say before, I'm not a lawyer and attorney. I'm not a business financial. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed or the sharpest pencil in the box. That's what they used to call it when I was a 90s kid. Maybe 80s kids remembers that. Who knows? Depends how old you are. And then I'm going to test this out because this is only the third time I talk about it, but I'll leave the link in the description box down below if you want to hear anything about this MannyTendoWolverine news, which I haven't done in a very long ass time. Like I said, I do got a backup channel just in case anything goes bad with this channel, just in case. I might focus all my time and energy on that next year. I'm pretty sure I'm thinking 2023. Like I say, I may or may not get out of the video game industry news and all that stuff. I might not talk about that anymore in 2023. Oh, and I totally forgot when I was doing my not state of plays, because I know those two came out for state of play, like Spider-Man, the remake remastered, those come for the PS4, PS5. That along with it coming to the PC. And then the Eternites that I did last week, because by the time you guys watch this video, it's probably going to be a Monday. It's going to be very, very old ass news, but any of you guys care to watch, you're welcome to enjoy yourself. Enjoy to stay. It's about a VTuber named Zentreya. And I remember, like, following a little bit of her. I watched a little bit of clips and compilations. I don't go on any of the Twitch streams, but I do follow them on a bunch. I know a lot of them are usually fake botted accounts, some of them. I'm not going to say which names they are. A lot of them remain super anonymous as fuck. And that's okay. You know, anonymity in the internet, to a certain extent, it's a good thing, but in a certain sense, it's a bad, fucked up thing. It's kind of like, it's a double-edged sword in a way. So it says, yeah, I'm not reading this whole entire thing. Yeah, it's about Zentreya. Like, she became, like, she was a dragon, like, Hololive. Or I think she was for Shoujo's version of Hololive. So if you want to hear about that news, I'll let you know and skip the duration point down below if you want to. It depends. So read the description. Please read the description. I'm begging you guys. Anyways, no, that's not one I wanted to talk about. So it says, I'm probably going to have to cut this off. Sorry, this is going to be a little bit of a lonky fucking news video article. Yeah. It's going to be a little bit of a long article, so I'm not reading the whole entire thing. It says fluctuations. And the size of Amber Heard's role in the forthcoming DC sequel has been subject to have persistent rumors. Of course it did. This are rumors, but they also had become a topic and contested testimony in Depp in Heard's trial and concluded on June 2nd. Heard said that said on the stand that her Aquaman 2 role was significantly pared down after her ex-husband's team called her I can't say any of those words because you know how fucked up YouTube is, unfortunately. This quote, I fought really hard to say it in the movie. They didn't include me in this film, she testified. According to young confirmed Hollywood Report, Heard appears for less than 10 minutes of the movie's final cut. DC Films, and it's the one that Warner Brothers owns. I know not Warner Bros. WB. Were reacting to all their old school shit from Mortal Kombat at that time. It was new at that time. Now it's probably old now. Half the people probably don't give a crap about it, like I still do. I still love the shit out of it. I know it's completely off topic. I don't want to go off trail, but I know there was Street Fighter 6, but they made me lose faith in them so hard when they did that whole fucking, what's it called? They were doing like a piracy thing, or they were plagiarizing one of the symbols for like E3. I don't know if it was for E3. I know it's from last year too. This is old news, hashed out news. That pissed me the fuck off, man. That sucked. Wasn't cool. Man, all the characters in it looked kick-ass, looked awesome. I was watching on a few couples live streamer channels and stuff like that. I'm not going to say who names they are. But it was fun. I had an exciting ass time. Half of it was cool. Half of the thing for me, typical stuff. Resident Evil. They had the typical other things like Silent Hill, Final Fantasy stuff. I don't give a rat's ass about. It wasn't about Final Fantasy Valkyrie either, which kind of sucked. My personal opinion. So anyone that's a hardcore Resident Evil fan of that, Resident Evil 4 Remake Remaster, and then they promoted a shitload of VR stuff too. You kind of know how I am with that. That's kind of like AR, VR is kind of like making me slowly trickle down and getting out of video games instead of get back into them next year. And they keep it up, because by the time 2020, if it ain't 2023, it's going to see 2024, 2025, I'm done 1,000,000% with video games. I'll still play them once in a while on the side. When I'm talking about them, no, I won't play them. But let's move on. I'll get back to the Amber Heard, Miss Heard shit. Heard's diminished screen time. He contradicted her legal team, claims that the role was altered as a result of the allegations against Depp. And it also goes on to say, quote, the size of the role of the film has been determined in the early development of the script. Hadma? I don't know if those are Middle Eastern, West Indies sort of name. I don't know. Unless that was like a typo. Maybe that's what I meant to say, Amber or something. I don't know. Said in the trial, said, quote, there's a lack of chemistry between Heard and the film's lead role, Jason Momoa, as the reason behind her cut down screen time. Despite the online petition meeting in the previous target of 4.5 million signatures, no one had attached to the film or DC has made a public statement about the possibility of Heard being recasted or being removed from Aquaman 3 or 2. The film is now due to be set in theaters on unspecific delay. James Wan, the film director, has alluded to the fact the extra time is being used to complete special effects in the works. Other DC titles such as Black Adam and DC's League of Super Pets have been experiencing similar delays. I think that's it. Oh no, there's more. Only one of Heard's co-stars from the Aquaman franchise has spoken publicly and substantially about the working with her in the film. Says Dolph Lundgren says she was great. I worked with her. Oh, that's the dude that was way back in the 80s, early 90s movies. Like, I think it was a Street Fighter, the one with Jean-Claude Van Damme, and then the one before that, all the Rocky Part 4 way back in that day. I was like literally about 2-3 years before I was even alive, before I was born. Wow, that dude's still around. He's got to be like 70, 80 years old. He's probably older than my grandpa now. Anyways, it says that we shot last fall in London. She's terrific. Had a great experience with her. She's very kind, nice to the crew, nice to everybody, just down to earth. She had her newborn baby with her on the set with the nanny, which was kind of cute. I ain't gonna say no comments there. The online petition from her was removed when the first gained traction in November 2020, reaching 1.5 million signatures following Depp's exit from the franchise of Fantastic Beasts franchise. In July 2021, Aquaman 2 producer Peter Safran, however you say that name, commented on growing the appeals to remove Amber Heard, or Miss Heard, from the movie. AH. This quote, I don't think what's ever going to react to, honestly, is pure fan pressure. Safran told Deadline the decision to retain Heard from the sequel. He continued, we felt that in this way that James Wan and Jason Momoa should be AH Heard. That's really what it was. I think that might be all of it. Please tell me that's all of it. I think it is. I think. Could be wrong. Oh yeah, it is. Thank God. Yeah, so overall thoughts, views, and opinions on this. Not very many overall thoughts, views, and opinions. I have a little school mini nostalgia with her, because I remember the two movies. I was still in high school when this came out. I think of like sophomore and then again my senior year. I know she was like at that time, this is going to sound fucking crazy. I ain't even trying to play devil's advocate or any of that shit either. So hear me the fuck out on this before you guys start judging and all that. But holy freaking crap, man. What the hell? Like, oh, I remember back in the day, she was actually a decent actress. And she was in that older movie with Justin Timberlake, Alpha Dog, 2006. And then again with Pineapple Express. And it's funny because I used to love watching these actors so much back in the day. And it's how Seth Rogen was, James Franco, Craig Robinson, one of the, in my personal opinion, the coolest top 10, top 20 like black actors of all time. It sucks because I think nowadays he just was a bunch of Pizza Hut commercials. It's kind of crap. He has so much good comedy roles, bro. Very underrated black actor there, man. Very underrated. Craig Robinson, man. Man, awesome dude. That sucks that he's only doing Pizza Hut commercials now. I wish he would be in the big movies again like he was before, honestly. I think he's only doing like TV shows and like, that's sad. That's how you kind of see how Hollywood is. When they don't make it and they try to be a long-lasting entity of a celebrity, a stardom and fandom, like not star crashing, but like star power and shit like that, of fame and fortune and like influence, the old school traditional influence before all these social media platforms, before YouTube and Facebook and all these other places like Instagram. Nowadays, it's TikTok and Discord and OF, aka the one where it's a lot of like perversion of like EXing and a lot of stuff I can't even say anymore here. R-34 shit in there, but in real life. So there's that. Holy fuck, dude, man. It's wild the way it is nowadays. I don't even know if there's any other ones. I guess Telegram was like the last one I heard from like last year. There's so many other social media platforms. So many others. Like, the thing is, since YouTube got bought by Google so many years ago, man. It's been like 12, 13 years. You know, it is what it fucking is. Now, look, going back to the Craig Robinson dude. I see now how Hollywood works, man. Like, even though I was never, thank God I never worked in there. I would never, ever in a billionaires would step anywhere near that fucking place. A bunch of devil worshipper snakes and Satanists. Disgusting ass Satanists, some members out there. Ugh, and doing a lot of evil shit, which all this old shit on the internet, you can't even say on YouTube anymore. I believed most of it. I still believe a lot of that shit happens. And has a lot to do with like witches and stuff like that, which I'm not even going to get into that, and wizards and warlocks. I'm not even talking about Harry Potter and the Fantastic Beasts, I'm talking about real, extremely dark, sinister shit I've heard over the years. Not even from the deep web or dark web or dark net or any of that shit either. Or even from like Reddit or 4chan. This stuff in general, you know? I can't even talk about it anymore because this is a big, mega no-no on YouTube algorithms, because algorithm bots like to block the shit out of any of that content that is created like that. A lot of people either got to make it either on Patreon, PayPal only, and they got to make it in like coffee only, where they can speak more freely, especially when it comes to places like BShoot, Brighteon, Odyssey, all those other places where I can speak a lot more freely on there. I don't feel like a snake is crushing my freaking neck, and I got to be careful walking on broken glass and fucking eggshells like I got to do here on YouTube, which sucks. But anyways, yeah, it's a very big pain in the ass, honestly. What was I saying? Yeah, a lot of them, I think, when they get their TV daytime talk show hosts or late night talk show hosts and all these other places and all that shit, or they become like a host of a game show or something. That's how you know, not all of them, but some of them looks like they slipped off from fame and fortune, where they had at that time that personal part of the year in their life, or that personal decade, at that point in time, they were the big cream of the crop, the creme de la crop, like the biggest old school traditional influencers ever, instillment people ever. That had a lot of like, not mind control or brainwash, I don't want to say that, but mass stardom, or mass like ginormous, if there's positive and negative influences, big time talk like stuff, even podcasts and radio stuff. So you know, a lot of them fell off. Some of them, maybe, not all of them. Anyways, yeah, with this case, it sucked because I actually used to like a lot of her movies too, man. I don't even know if it's on Wikipedia here. I had it on one of these over here. Oh yeah, she was in Machete Kills, 3 Days to Kill, Magic Mike Double. I saw she was in that one. Of course, that was her in there, Amber Heard, A.H. Heard. Oh man, this chick, this little C-U-N-dash, you know, freaking T, effed up badly. Especially when that whole thing, TikTok and a bunch of other social media stuff, they just threw her under the freaking bus. They dogged and bagged the living crap out of her, man. The internet was merciless. I'm not saying so some of them are algorithm robots or bots that talk to them and all that and harass them and stuff like that, and other ones, you know, they don't care. There are real people out there that are just cold-blooded and just don't give them two craps and an F. 2 squirts of fucking piss about how they freaking are. At least celebrities are. They still fucking got money anyways. She got, what, $2.3 million? And Johnny Depp, he still got $15+ million. For him, that's probably like, I don't know, a nickel or something. or a freaking quarter. But yeah, that's all I gotta say on that. I don't really give a crap what happens to the lady. Even though I have old school nostalgia watching her, even my older channel, when I used to do like movie reviews and shit like that, when I watched Machete Kills, I did like a old review. I don't even know if I can find it. I don't even know if I want to link it in the description box below. I doubt it, because it's kind of fucking cringe. Very, very cringe. And again, I was like at college, because I was like, what, 22, 23 at the time. I grew up a lot more now. I'm almost in my mid-30s, but let's move on with the next one. This is an older article here. I thought it was funny as heck. This is awesome, man. Honestly, it was. Hopefully it works, too. This was hilarious. Alright, so I'm sorry I gotta read it like this, guys, because I guess because Dexterto, however you want to call him. I used to call him Dextero, but it's kind of like a gossip site. This is kind of the reason why I stopped reading him. As some of them is just a bunch of BS comments half the time. This is a super mega long ass article. I'll be here for like 7-8 hours, almost a day. If I read this whole freaking thing. I got IRL shit I gotta do too. Plus, I had to work in like 2 hours IRL. So it's after merging with a re-debut, Zentreya is continuing her VTubing legacy and alternate timeline. This comes from Andrew Amos. So yeah, let's get it started real quick. Zentreya was one of the V-Shoujo's lovable dragons. However, a veteran VTuber is resting her... That's why there's so many freaking ads in this fucking thing. I'm not even trying to look at any of that. Time traveling tasked with saving the world from her adoptive owner. She is now leaving her history... behind her history, though. She's not leaving behind her history, though. Instead, her legacy is pioneer in space. This is a really big-ass news thing here. I know it's going to be old news for some of you guys that follow all this, but I don't. I only follow it occasionally on the side when they do clip compilations. Or once in a while when I'm on my breaks from work, or if I come back home, I'll just watch a shitload of compilations from certain VTubers, especially two of them. Two of them I actually heard of is Buff Putt Chick and another one. A couple other ones. I heard of another one called Shy Lily. She's hilarious, man. Very funny. And another one, Milky Ways. And then another one I used to follow way back in the day. I'm surprised she's a VTuber now. I haven't followed this chick in almost 3.5, 4 years. This is when I was following a lot of Pokemon Poketubers at the time. And that was Tricky Wee. I didn't know she was even a VTuber. Holy shit. I'm not sure she's working for V-Shoujo or any of that, but wow. That makes me feel old as fuck, honestly. Makes me feel like I'm an 80, 90-year-old man instead of my mid-30s almost. But, yeah, let's continue. Hopefully I can make this a little bit bigger. All right. Streamers rocking up every stream is a new outfit, everyday normal. It's no different than how we go about in our daily lives. Some splashing in the makeup to pretty up for the camera. Others than you could have sworn just roll out of bed in their pajamas. Distilling down in its own basic elements as simple as opening your wardrobe. Okay, just get to the VTuber shit. As for VTuber though, something seemingly as simple as changing clothes is a full-blown ritual. It's not as easy as slipping on a new dress or getting the change of clothes as a virtual avatar. And both time and intensity and expensiveness. This is going to be a super long ass video. So if any guys stood to the end, thank you very much. Zentreya, known as exactly know what's going on. What goes on into one. She has an upgrade for the mute gecko. For a mute gecko to a lovable dragon across her time in a virtual entertainment space, which extended before the 2020 boom. However, she was abandoning the piece of her entirely in 2022 to get a fresh start. She traded the scales for a cyberpunk vibe, rocketing her prehistoric times straight into the future. When I spoke to Zentreya about the debut in the days, she said she wasn't even sure how to describe it and how piece was going to fly. The new era of veteran YouTuber career's new lore during diving into her rebirth as a mechanical world, into a mechanical world. There we go. With the humanity and loss of war, artificial intelligence. A force led by the dark side V-Shoujo Star Project. Oh, I remember that chick. That was a really, really old ass one. This is like 2019 we're talking about here, man. It's almost 4 years ago. Obviously named Melware. Zentreya is now an android working alongside humanity to try and take back to the world. You don't see someone like XQC to change that drastically when they jump into the stream day after day. However, it's demonstrated the level of depth behind VTuber's designs. This quote, I guess this is her was talking. When I first got invested into the VTuber scene, I became a dragon. She explained I didn't exactly have a plan that much at first. I would need to put into. Back then, the VTuber scene was growing. Everyone knew that was trying out new stuff, but being careful as to how much to invest into this. Now, you jump into 2022 and the amount of the stuff to put into the VTubers is nuts. It was more than just a new lore. There were just new streams, overlays, emotes, and even theme songs. And of course, the new model. Plus voice, it's got a bit of new Android twang. The entire process started almost 12 months ago, which by any regular stream would have gone through hundreds of wardrobe changes. Okay, however, it seems to be rewarded sweeter when it comes to this together. When it comes to Zentreya, redub on May 20th. Also, the VTuber's birthday. It was her biggest stream ever, peaking at 25,000 viewers. This quote, wasn't expecting to get as much attention. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. As much attention as it did. I was expecting to get a little bit of noise, but just a little bit more than I thought. I thought to myself, okay, this might be a little bit more than I thought, she admitted. Oh, wow, she talked a lot in this one. It's very different from when I debuted. From when I debuted as a dragon, I guess, because something is that genuine piqued curiosity. Like, what is going on at the top dragon look? An iconic cyborg mecha look. Everyone was freaking out from the smallest detail to sworn to the eyes, so it was awesome to really see just everyone from the VTuber community and elsewhere, come together. This is her saying that. It says, however, just because she got revamped to look a whole new story into this alternate timeline doesn't mean Zentreya is changing much about herself. Still the same star behind the avatar trying to push innovations into the VTubing space. Very few have wandered the path alongside her, and the history of being honored that the gecko's origin is being left behind. Alright. I think there was more stuff here. Alright. When I made the swap over to Texas speech, it was weird. I always had been practicing prior to the switch. I'm not talking about Nintendo Switch either. Many other people were happy and finally hearing something on the stream. Aside from the gameplay, I will always be grateful for the people that stuck around to do with to watch me being stupid on a freaking notepad. It's now become very iconic and staple, and others have said that they've seen an opening path for anyone who can now become a VTuber. Yeah, they got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 20 grand laying around the house somewhere if you don't have that type of money. I heard it's extremely costly to create a whole VTuber persona for yourself. It is not cheap. Better make a big ass investment of cash on that shit, man. Or for the younger Gen Z kids, I don't know, cryptocurrency or crypto space shit, I don't know. Or Bitcoin. It says, I have had people living in other countries say that their closed caption or being able to read and understand the words that go with my actions to help them better understand English, she added. Hearing impaired people who are a few of my viewers having stated that it's awesome to be seen and all know what's going on. I know what's going on. I don't know exactly what I'd be doing, but I must be doing something right. That's what she was talking about. Making my own out of really influenced creative side of the avatars and viewing you like to see. This is what the person I was interviewing that heard us said. Relos, what it was from Dexerto. 3 years since those early VR chat days, even though she can't help but smile at how far the virtual entertaining space has progressed from just people vibing out in VR chat to fully fledged productions. VTubing has truly tapped into the cultural zeitgeist. I think that's how you say it. Zeitgeist? Yeah, zeitgeist. Formed its own wildly submissive ecosystem. As much as Zentreya shines, always boomer memes impact her on the industry. And this is where I'm ending here. I got inspired by Zentreya v Shoujo's Veibe told Exerto. Zentreya. It was the first stream that I saw on Twitch 2 years ago. And VTubing was so small, but I never had any of it before. I never heard any of it before. Yeah, so overall thoughts, views, and opinions. This chick is back, man. She looks a lot more different than Cyberpunk, man. I seen another one, a bit compilation. I haven't seen the whole video yet, but I seen a little bit of it, maybe 2 minutes of it. It looks pretty fucking fascinating. It's very, very good. They got a whole old school storyboard line and all that stuff of how she came to be as a cybernetic android and shit. Android dragon mom, you know? It's crazy. And some of it looks R-34. Very Sentai. Very, very... If any of you guys are fucking weeaboos or old school, like, anime romance fans and shit, you probably like any of that stuff with VTubers and all that. Most of them are usually female most of the time. There's probably a few that are in that whole LGBTQI plus community. I gotta be careful how I talk about that one. Plus, especially in the time of the month that it is. It's, you know, it's the whole Pride Month shit and all that. It is what it is. You guys celebrate that if you want. I don't really care. Anyways, yeah, overall thoughts and opinions. It's nice to see her back, man. I see so many dragon compilation memes of her. Some people, it's messed up. They kind of like bullied her a little bit and harassed her. That sucked ass, honestly. I didn't like that shit. And there's other ones she makes a bunch of meme jokes, and she pretty much is a meme when she was playing all these old, like, Apex Legends. Remember she played that, and now she played a little bit of, even though I don't really give a rat's ass about the game, I just watched it for her, mainly. It was on Fortnite, and she played a little bit of PUBG. I remember her playing a shitload of freaking Overwatch and a little bit of League of Legends here and there, too. That was fun. That was awesome times. The EX jokes that she make, very naughty, you know, lewdness sort of freaking perved out sort of shit that she made, those had me cracking up almost to death, man. That's how good that was. And I was going to talk about this. Maybe I might talk about this one for Twitter. It's going to make me extremely sad because that time of the month is June 21st, 22nd coming around. It'll be 3 years since this YouTuber is almost, sadly, you know, passed away. I say that story almost every year like it was the 9-1-1 story that happened to me when I was still living in Harlem, New York at that time. So if you made it to the end of the video, thank you very much. Appreciate the support. And yeah, that's pretty much it. For now, you guys can see the Twitch clip. If you made it to the end of this video, you know, that's what I'm going to be talking about. The boy. Freaking Daniel Desmond Mofa, man. Attica, man. My God. I don't want him to make a sad, but I pray to God he's in a hopefully way, way better place. Even better in heaven. Who knows? Who the heck knows, man? They made a mural for him. A freaking mural. That's wild, man. That is awesome. You love to see the humbleness and wholesomeness these people made for him. I'm glad it's a permanent thing in Brooklyn now. Thank God. He has so much mega power influence. He even got me through some really dark, hard times. When I was working my old station casino job shit over in Vegas at that time. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but... Oh, I was going through way extra shittier crap in my life. And he saved me a few times from, you know, unaliving and not being alive anymore either, you know? I had those messed up ass thoughts, which I'm not going to say, but he saved me big time with that, man. It sucks that he couldn't overcome those demons that he was dealing with, his own personal turmoils he was dealing with, you know? I just truly hope he's in heaven, man. I don't know. I might make a video on a separate. It depends. That's all I got to say for now. I'm out of here. Zentreya, though, man. Freaking Zentreya, man. She look good. Freaking, wow. Their cybernetic form of vision training looks awesome. That's all I gotta say for now. I'm out of here. Links to search down below. Card title on side, and that's it. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, and boys and fingers, as always. Talk is Nikki. We'll see you when I see you guys a day, every night, wherever you're out there. Stay tuned for your hands. Channel included video game ministry news and manga news. Any other drama news I talk about once in a while on the channel, and that's it. Take it easy. Peace out, my sauerkraut. And reaction videos once in a while. Not like this one, though. I'm on like sauerkraut. Late to goodbye. I'll see you awesome people on the flip side. Take it easy. I'm gone. I'm out. See you guys later. Goodbye.